The Miracle League hit a home run when this morning's guest picked up a microphone. Who is he? You'll meet him coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at Architectural Surfaces on Cannon Road off of Highway 501 in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the Grand Strand Miracle League, and we're visiting with the voice of the Miracle League, Sly McCoy. Good morning, Sly.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
You do have a great voice, that's right, already.
Yeah, I try my best. I try to
Soft
keep
and
it going.
smooth, yeah.
Yeah, I get compliments on it a lot, so I try to keep it the best I can, nice and smooth for the ladies.
For the ladies,
For the
I
ladies.
like that. Yeah, do you sing at all, Sly?
Yes, I've been in my high school choir for 4 years. I've done it my entire year. I ended it my last year of high school because I had some other things to take care of, but
Right.
I've done it for basically 4 years in my high school career.
Tremendous. And your last year was just this past year, right?
Yes, I graduated 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Are you planning on staying in the area?
Oh, yes, I'm going to Coastal Carolina University.
Great. Right up 501 here.
Yes, I'm going to stay and do all I can. I'm not going to go. My parents wouldn't let me go anywhere else. Yeah, they told me I couldn't go anywhere else. I have to stay close to home.
Come on now.
You know, I could go other places, but my mother wouldn't be too happy about it, so I decided I'd just stay at Coastal.
I like that. Yeah. So you've got somebody, your mother's hopefully tuning in now at 7 a.m.
Yes, yes. She's up. She wouldn't do anything else. She told me before I left the house, like I'm going to be up. So,
Right.
Because I had to leave earlier, but she said I'm going to be up and ready.
I love it. That's fantastic. Are you originally from the area, Sly?
Yes, I was born here and lived here all 18 years of my life.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We go on family trips. We always come right back.
Come back to Myrtle Beach, yeah.
It's a great place to live.
And your folks are from this area?
My mother is from Austin, Texas, but my father made her move here, which is a good decision because I don't want to live in Austin, Texas. Yeah, it's a bad place to live.
Is that right?
No, it's not a bad place.
Yeah.
It's
just
really
not Myrtle Beach.
Not Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it's not Myrtle Beach.
I couldn't see myself living there.
So singing in the choir, did you ever get out on your own and do anything separate from the choir with being the voice of the Miracle League, or just knowing you had a good voice?
Well, besides I do the national anthem for the Miracle League whenever they need a person to do the national anthem.
Sure.
Outside of the choir, I do things for the ROTC, which I am also in.
Right.
I was in, and I do that.
Sure.
I do the national anthem for them too whenever they need it.
Great.
But other than that, no, I haven't been asked to do anything else.
Right. No American Idols or anything.
No,
Yeah.
my parents were trying to get me to do it for years, but I'm like,
Not quite.
Not quite.
Yeah. And thinking at Coastal, you plan on staying involved in ROTC or possibly getting in the choir up there? You thought about it?
I'm not doing ROTC when I get to choir, but I'm going to major in dramatic arts and musical theater.
Is that
Coastal.
right?
So yeah,
Great
I'm gonna
place
keep
to
doing
do it. Yeah, great place to do it. Of course, Coastal's got so much going on right now.
It's grown. Like, you know, when I was in high school, like when I first got there, I would have never thought to go to Coastal.
Right.
But now I'm like Coastal all the way. I think that's the best school to go to actually now.
It is, and they keep a lot of folks from in the area.
Especially like on the Grand Strand, and everybody wants to go to Coastal because it's closer to home and it's so much easier to get a good education when you go to Coastal. You can still be at home.
Sure, and folks have really thought about, I guess the athletics have really helped things. You know, Neil Wilson, the president of Horry Georgetown Tech, has talked about one of the things, unfortunately, they can have is a big football team, but it's amazing how it's changed the knowledge of the university in general.
Yeah, the drama department is so amazing. All my friends are in the drama department now, so it's great.
That's tremendous. Sly, what got you involved with the Miracle League originally?
Well, my freshman year, we had to have a certain amount of community service hours for our OTC to get promoted to the next rank.
Right.
And one of the community service events was to do the Miracle League. And I just remember thinking, you know, sure, this would be something. I'll just go out, play baseball with some of the children, and then get my community service hours and get promoted. But after a couple games, I got into it more and more. The more the kids were great, the people were nice, and once you get involved with something so much and you put like enough of yourself into it, the rest of it just follows along.
Right.
So after 4 or 5 games, I was hooked, and I stopped doing it as a community service event and started doing it just because I like doing it.
Wow.
And after a while, I even forgot it was a community service event. So when people would say, "That's great, you've racked up some community service hours," I'd go, "Oh, that's right. That is for community service. I completely forgot." And I would just think of it as a Saturday event that I would that I would have the honor of doing and going out and playing with these kids.
Right,
yeah.
right. That is tremendous. And so it's on Saturday. For viewers who may not have called Tori Mackey when she was with us recently, or even Stephanie Russ or Raymond Child, we've had a lot of folks in the past with us.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I think it's Russ, formerly something else. But are you... share with viewers a little bit about the Grand Strand Miracle League.
Well, the Grand Strand Miracle League is it's a league where you get to help children with special needs, handicaps, autism, many different handicaps. They get to go out and play baseball, and you get to come in as a volunteer and help them and be their buddy and guide them through the field and help them up to bat. And it's a really outstanding thing because you get to interact with these children.
Sure.
And if you spend enough time with them, you don't realize, sometimes it just doesn't catch on that they have a handicap, because I've been with some of these kids for 4 or 5 years, and I know half of them who I just don't even recognize as having a handicap. I see them as like a brother or sister.
Sure.
When you first talk to them, sure, you see it, but then after a while, it's just gone.
And the field is actually behind, is it close to Myrtle Beach High School or Myrtle Beach Middle?
It's behind Myrtle Beach Intermediate School. It's right behind by Pepper Ganning's.
Right.
It's right behind it.
Sure, and they had a naming ceremony recently, I think named it the James C. Benton Field, is that right?
Yes,
So
we have, actually everything's been fixed. We have a new concession stand.
Yeah.
And city helped us out with that. We have a new concession stand. We raised a whole bunch of money.
Sure.
People have been giving money, which is that's awesome that people
to the Miracle League.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We've had so many people helping us out and everything.
Absolutely.
And it's great because we've gotten everything. We have a new concession stand. Tori has her own office right there.
No way.
She does.
She has
it's air conditioned and everything, which is great because 2 weeks ago we had a game and it was so hot. I mean, last week was our last game, but 2 weeks ago it was so hot that I remember like half of us just went in Tori's office and just turned the air conditioning all the way up and just sat there like, oh, it feels so good. And we did like in between games, because there's 3 games a day, so you don't have anything to do until all the players get there. So everybody who's doing like things, like I'm doing the announcing and there's other people doing other things. If you're hot, so we just went back there. I grabbed a water and I was like, I'm gonna take a break. I put on a CD and I went back and just sat in a chair and tried my best to cool down before I had to do the next game.
Amazing. And there's a series of games. I mean, amazing that you got everything together, the concession stand, the bathrooms, her new office. Oh, a heck of a lot went into that. You said a lot of folks have been, and I think there's a fundraiser coming up on July 7th, the big 7707 fundraiser.
We have a lot of things set up. Tori knows all about it. She doesn't relay too much to me. She just calls me up like 4 days before. Hey, I need you to do something for me. Can you come in this day? And I'm like, yes, of course.
Sly, I love it. Speaking of calling up, is it the 448-7712 number? Is that the best number for someone to call to learn more about the Miracle League?
Yes, that'll actually, I think, get you directly to Tori.
Great, good, okay. And of course, you all have a website. Is that the GSML?
Yes, that's
.org? Good, good. A lot of great information on there. They probably have some links to Sly McCoy, the voice of the Miracle League, on there.
People have actually said that I need to make a website, like my own website.
Really?
And, link it from the Miracle League because I have so many songs, and then get like a song from Sly McCoy's list, but I don't have the technological abilities to do that. I'm not too smooth with that.
We'll have to find somebody to hook you up on that.
Yeah, if you can find somebody to help me make a website where I can put all my songs on there, I'd be glad to.
Steve Shields with us later, and of course he's the acting chair of the computer science department out at Coastal Carolina. He may have some leads for you.
If you can help me out, I would gladly accept it.
You'll be a freshman matriculating there in just a couple of months to Coastal, so you'll have to pop by there and check him out. We hear about you've had the tremendous excitement as the voice of the Miracle League, but also interfacing with the kids. As you said, it's become less of a community service, or not at all a community service, and instead something fun. You've really bonded well with all the kids out there. And the kids are of all ages. What are some of the different, I mean, you've got quite a few of the kids out there older than you.
Yes. Let's see. People older than me I know are Bobby and Scotty. I know they're older than me. And actually, one of the kids, Casey, he and I just graduated from high school.
Is that right?
We were from different schools, but 2 weeks ago he told me that I graduated from high school. And I'm like, oh, really? Me too. So we both graduated from high school. And there's younger kids like Leia. I know she's... I don't know their direct ages, but I know Leia, she's young.
Right.
And they don't seem young. Some of them play, there's 3 different games.
Sure.
And we separate it from age. And the first game is for the younger ones, the second one's for like the middle ones, and the third one's for the older ones.
So there's 3 games every Saturday when you all play. Sure, sure. And
so the first game's for the younger ones.
Right.
I guess it's like from 8 to and to maybe 12.
Right.
And then the second game's from like 12 to 15, and then after that it just keeps going from 15 to.
And you're out for all of them. And
I'm out for all 3.
Many of the volunteers are out there all day as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it gets very hot. Well, it does now. When we were back in the winter season, it was very cold. So
there's 2 seasons. Is it 8 weeks or more each season?
It varies. It depends.
Spring and a winter season.
Right. There's a fall season and then there's a spring season.
Right.
So it's usually about 8 to 9 games.
Sure.
Sometimes 10. It depends how many times Tori decides to make. So
I love it. That is tremendous.
Yeah. It's usually no less than 8 though.
So it was I think you said it was the ROTC that got you involved,
yes.
But staying involved was entirely up to you.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. After a while, they were asking me, like, are you still going back? And after a while, I just said yes, because it was back when Stephanie was there.
Right, Turnmeyer was, right.
Stephanie Turnmeyer.
Right.
And when she was there, when I first got her started, I was just a buddy, and I would go back every week, and this is before I was an announcer. And when Stephanie was there, she got me into actually doing the announcing because
really?
She asked me if, hey, would you like, because she was doing the announcing and she had so many things going on. So
sure.
she asked me, would you like to do the announcing? And I said yes.
And at that time you were 14 or 15.
Yes,
right?
No doubt I was nervous.
Right.
Of
yeah,
course.
Sure.
I didn't know what I was going to do. But, of course, the chance to hold a microphone, and, that blows any 14, 15 kids around. Like, yeah, sure, let me talk.
I'll take it. Give it up.
Take it. So I get there, and she hands me the mic and says, sure, it's yours. I've got other stuff to do. Go at it. And I didn't know their names. I knew some of their names because I had been their buddy, but other than that, I didn't know specifically their names. So I was going around and asking, like, hey, who's this kid? Who's going up next? And
sure.
Everybody was really helpful. They told me, and all the parents are great. And they try so hard to, they help you.
Sure.
So they told me their names, and I just got into it. And after a while, I started learning the names on my own. So after about the first season, maybe in the middle of the second season, I learned all their names.
Is that right?
Yes,
sure.
About half a season of learning names, I got it down perfectly. And so I know most of all their names. Whenever we get a new kid, or a new player, I of course learn their names.
Sure, sure.
Right off the bat.
You've also come up with some great nicknames for many of the players.
Yes, some of the nicknames. Scotty Too Hottie.
Scotty to Hottie.
Scotty Too Hottie. Actually, the funny thing with nicknames is I don't choose them.
Oh, come on.
I choose some of them. Like Big Matt, I chose Matt.
Right.
But like Adam, we call him Adam the Destroyer. But I didn't choose that one. Adam came up to me before he went up to bat and goes, say Adam the Destroyer when I go up to bat. And I asked him, I was like, that's what? And he's like, just call me Adam the Destroyer. So he went up and knocked the ball over the field, and that's what I've called him ever since.
Reasonable, yeah. Right. That was a good one.
And names like Princess Leia, I call Leia Princess Leia, and that's a nickname that I made up myself. So there's Scotty Too Hottie, and let's see, there's Taylor Speed Demon. I call him Speed Demon every once in a while.
Speed Demon, yeah.
And Joseph is J-Man. Yeah, they're just so silly nicknames.
J-Man, yeah.
J-Man.
Yeah.
And I try to, get them all feeling like because I care about all of them.
Sure.
I love every single one of them. And I try to just make a connection with them. And so when I make up a nickname, or they tell me them, I actually ask them now. It's like, do you want me to call you something?
Right.
And if they want me to just call them their regular name, hey, that's fine.
Sure,
or if they want a nickname, I'll give it to them.
Sure.
And it's actually easier for me if I have a nickname to go along with the name.
Right.
Because, that way I won't have to say Adam. I can say Adam the Destroyer, and I can put more emphasis on it. Because whenever I do, I'm like, and now tonight is Adam the Destroyer, and everybody cheers and they love it. And the kids actually interact with the audience, the crowd.
Sure.
They cheer like
Yeah.
They point at their fans and go, yeah, I'm gonna knock over the ball, and so I try to hype them up as much as I can.
I love it.